Meghan doesn't follow any rules. She doesn't care about them at all. She'll do anything to get ahead, and sometimes she acts kind of mean. Now, I'm not saying she was cheating when she got her SAG card, but when you think about all the other things she's done, people are starting to wonder. People are asking out loud now, not just behind closed doors. How are Prince Harry and Meghan Markle making all this money? They have huge homes, private jets, expensive clothes, and lots of security. It's no secret that the couple is living a lifestyle that leaves people with a lot of questions. And now, both UK and US officials are starting to take a closer look at their finances. When Prince Harry stepped away from royal duties, he made one thing clear. He and Meghan were cut off financially. He said it himself without hesitation. No royal money, no help from the Duchy of Cornwall, and no official funding from the royal family. At the time, they made it sound like they were starting from scratch. Meghan said she had to reach out to her old contacts, and Harry used the money he inherited from his mom, Princess Diana. It sounded tough, but here's the thing. Their financial comeback wasn't just quick, it was huge. And that's where people are starting to get suspicious. Legal experts are starting to talk about the things the public's been wondering for a while. Government agencies are looking into where all the money is coming from and if anything fishy might be happening behind the scenes. The UK is apparently checking out some of the ways they make money through brand deals and if they're paying their taxes right. Meanwhile, in the US, quiet investigations are happening to see if there are any shady companies or strange cash flow. It's not just gossip anymore. There are real questions about how a couple who said they were financially cut off managed to bounce back so fast with huge deals and fancy purchases. Netflix, Spotify, book deals, speaking gigs, and brand partnerships. Yes, we know all that. But when you look at it all together, it still doesn't fully explain how quickly their wealth grew. And if the numbers don't make sense, officials are going to start paying attention. This is no longer just about public opinion. It's becoming a legal and financial issue. The Sussexes always say they want privacy, but now every move they make with their money is being watched. Not just because they're celebrities, but because they're former royals with a lot of power. Legal experts are already asking tough questions. Did they pay taxes the right way in both the UK and the US? Are their charity foundations following the rules? How are their speaking gigs being handled financially? And what kind of contracts are they signing? And don't forget about the way this looks. You can't say you're broke and struggling and then suddenly start living like billionaires. People might forgive them, but the government won't. That's why this is more than just a public relations problem. If something's off with the paperwork, it could lead to much bigger problems. When you look deeper, it's not just about Harry and Meghan anymore. It's about influence, honesty, and responsibility. They're not just regular celebrities. They're still connected to one of the most powerful institutions in the world, the British royal family. That connection comes with its own weight and responsibility. And when that institution gets embarrassed, you know people are going to start digging deep. Harry and Meghan have said they're building an empire of kindness, compassion, and impact. That sounds great, but now the question is, where is all that money coming from? And is it all legal? Behind the scenes, people are saying that lawyers are getting ready for more public attention. If the investigations get bigger, we might see court documents, audit results, or even tip-offs from whistleblowers. If they've done something wrong, it could hurt their image, the one they've worked so hard to create. Let's be honest, this couple is no stranger to drama. From the Oprah interview to Netflix documentaries to family problems, they've been all over the headlines. But this is different. This isn't about family drama. This is about money, power, and whether they've broken any laws. As this situation develops, one thing is clear. This story isn't going away anytime soon. If the UK is serious and the US is quietly looking into things, we could be on the edge of something much bigger. And if either government finds anything that doesn't add up, the whole world will be watching to see what happens next. Until then, Harry and Meghan will keep doing what they do, releasing content, giving speeches, promoting causes, and living their best lives in California. But while they smile for the cameras, there are questions piling up behind the scenes. For now, they're still innocent in the eyes of the law, but the people watching them are no longer just fans or critics. They're regulators, investigators, and tax authorities. And when they start digging, they won't stop until they find the whole truth. Now here's where it gets even more suspicious. Meghan and Harry are desperately making every deal they can. From Netflix shows to podcasts, magazine covers, brand deals, and exclusive interviews, they're turning every part of their public image into a payday. And they're not hiding it. This isn't just about telling their story anymore. It's about building an empire quickly. They've taken a page from Hollywood and turned it up to 10. But instead of movies or acting talent, the product they're selling is their personal story over and over again. Victimhood, betrayal, racism, mental health, royal secrets. Every part of their life has been packaged and sold for money. That's not illegal, but when it becomes your main way of making money, and you keep asking for privacy while making millions from publicity, people start to ask questions. And now those questions are turning into action. Authorities want to know if all this money is being reported, taxed, and earned legally. Some financial experts are worried about the speed and amount of deals they're doing. Are these contracts being checked properly? Are the right taxes being paid in the right countries? Are there any foreign companies involved that could make things even more complicated? The money trail doesn't lie. So when it moves quickly, crosses borders, and involves a former royal couple still carrying huge global influence, it raises red flags. The investigations are looking at the patterns, timelines, and bank trails. If anything looks off, it won't matter how famous they are. The law will take action. Right now, the pressure is on. Every week, there's a new headline, new business move, or new project. Meghan's lifestyle blog, Harry's book, public appearances, staged photos, even rumors of more Netflix content. They're trying to stay relevant, keep the money flowing, and stay in the spotlight. But when your financial future is built on constant media attention, you can't afford to mess up. You can't afford a slip-up. And that's the kind of pressure they're under. Some people think the couple is being pushed by huge security costs, growing expenses, and the pressure to prove they made the right decision when they left the royal family. Others think they're chasing influence, trying to be the next big global power couple outside the monarchy. Whatever their reason, they're working hard, and now people are tracking it. What started as a fairy tale escape has become a high-stakes business. The people who wanted to quietly start over are now being looked at closely. And it's not just the tabloids digging into their finances anymore. It's government investigators, legal auditors, and tax professionals. The funny part is, Meghan and Harry left the royal family because they wanted freedom. But real freedom also means being responsible for what you do. When you make a media empire from your personal life and family stories, people pay attention. And when the money looks too good to be true, authorities pay attention too. This is far from over. If these investigations find even a small hint of financial wrongdoing, it could become the biggest scandal they've faced yet. Not a media fight, not a PR problem, but a full-blown legal battle.